All right, so Eli is going to be a student who's experiencing disruptive behavior in class and who's 10 years old. All right. Hi, Eli. How are you doing today?
I'm okay.
Okay. How's the school day been going?
It's been really good so far. Pretty fun. We had art class this morning, so.
Oh, awesome. I heard you say that it was fun. What fun things have you been doing?
Well, I got to play with paint and run around, and we made, we had the easels out today. So,
Oh, that's always really fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What did you paint?
I painted a picture of my dog, Riley.
Oh, Riley?
Yeah.
I have a dog, too.
Do you?
I love dogs.
Me too.
Yes. Well, thank you for coming in and meeting with me again today. I know we got a chance to meet each other last week.
Mm-hmm.
And last week we kind of talked about some issues your teacher talked to me about that were happening in the classroom. Do you remember what we talked about last week?
Yeah.
Okay. I just kind of wanted to go, last week we talked about how we would be doing some different things, some different activities and some games and working on some different things together.
Okay.
So I just kind of wanted to get that started today. Does that sound like something you want to do?
Yeah.
All right. So last week we kind of talked about how sometimes you might talk out in class when you're not supposed to, and get out of your seat when you're supposed to be sitting, and some different things like that, and how you do those things because you really like it when your teacher comes over and talks to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So today we're going to do some problem solving, and we can think of some other ways to have your teacher talk to you and give you that attention that you like, without doing things that you know you're not supposed to be doing.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, I like my teacher a lot.
Yeah, your teacher's
but
very...
Yeah.
Okay. So first part of this is we have to think about the problem. So can you help me think of what the problem might be? I'm going to actually have you write it down.
Okay. Well, I guess that I get in trouble.
Okay.
Because I just like to talk.
Get in trouble for talking?
Yeah. So get in trouble. And sometimes I just will get up and walk around. Like, I like to go to my teacher's desk a lot.
So you get in trouble for walking to the teacher's desk?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to talk.
Yeah.
So walk to my teacher's desk. And also sometimes I do talk to the people next to me, too.
Yeah. Get in trouble for side conversations?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I think that's mainly what I get in trouble for.
Okay, so the problem really is that you're just kind of off task, maybe, with talking with other peers and kind of disrupting what the teacher's trying to teach sometimes? Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we've got the problem identified, we're going to think together of some possible solutions.
Okay.
Do you know what that means exactly?
Well, I think it means to, help a problem.
Yeah, exactly. So I want you to kind of think of some solutions, and we can kind of bounce ideas off each other and see, and later we'll go over the different consequences.
Okay.
And decide which one's best for you.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So what do you think are some possible solutions?
Well, I could just not talk.
Okay.
I could maybe, I'm supposed to raise my hand.
Okay.
We have a sign on our wall that says that.
Do you look at that sign a lot?
Not really.
Not really?
No, I don't think so.
Is it kind of far away in the classroom?
Actually, it's on the front door.
Is it on the front door?
I don't really see it.
Okay. When you do see it, does it help remind you that you're supposed to raise your hand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I guess, but I guess I just forget.
Yeah. Okay. What are some other solutions?
Well, sometimes when I get in trouble, I have to go to the back desk, but I really like that.
Okay.
But so I guess I could change desks.
Change desks. I have an idea that I want to share with you.
Okay.
So you tell me if you think this might work. Maybe instead of every time you have an urge to talk or tell your teacher something, maybe you could have a little journal.
Oh.
You write the ideas or what you want to say in the journal, and you can share it with your teacher at an appropriate time.
I like
Do you
that.
think that would work?
Yeah. Do you think she would read them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's something we could talk to her about too.
I like to write. Okay.
All right. Do these seem like some pretty good solutions? Do you have any more you can think of?
No, I don't think I know of any.
Okay. Well, let's talk about each one of these solutions and think of the consequences of each. Do you know what consequences means? Not really? Okay. Well, as I'm sure you know, each of our actions, there's a consequence that follows. And that means that when we do something, something happens after.
Okay.
So, like when you do your homework and you turn it in on time and you do it correctly, you get a good grade.
Mm-hmm.
So the good grade is a consequence of all the work you did putting into your homework.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so often at school, that's a good consequence.
Mm-hmm.
A bad consequence, an example of one could be if you hit your little sister, you have to go to your bedroom.
Yeah.
And so you have to go to bedroom because that's a consequence of hitting your sister.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. So let's think of some good consequences that might come from not talking.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't get in trouble.
Yeah, that's very true. Can you think of any bad consequences that might come from not talking?
Well, I wouldn't get to tell her all my ideas and my answers, and
Yeah,
I guess
you wouldn't really have a chance to talk at all during class.
No, I don't think I would like that.
Yeah.
That would be no fun.
Yeah, you definitely want to answer questions.
Yeah.
I know that you are a very bright student, and so you have a lot to share with the class.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one. Raising your hand.
Well, a good consequence would be that I would probably get stickers because whenever we do good with the rules, we get rewards.
Oh, awesome. Definitely. That's a very good consequence.
So, stickers.
What's another good consequence of raising your hand?
Well, I would have everyone's attention if I get called on.
Yeah, I was just going to say, what happens when other students raise their hand?
Then
What does
everyone
the teacher do?
listens to them and no one else talks.
Yeah. The teacher calls on them and they get to say what's on their mind?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So that would probably be the same for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can you think of any negative consequences of raising your hand?
Well, I just sometimes like when I want to say something, I'm gonna have to wait if she doesn't call on me.
Yeah, you might not get called on every time. It's true.
Yeah.
All right, let's think about the positive consequences of changing desks.
I can't think of any. I don't like to sit in the back.
Don't like to sit in the back? Okay, so maybe that's not... So maybe all the consequences of changing desks are bad consequences?
I guess.
Because you don't like to sit in the back.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't have anybody to talk to, but still.
Yeah, don't want to be alone back in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's think about the journal. What are some positive consequences of that?
Well, I could write down everything I wanted to say.
Yeah. And I know you said you like to write.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be a really good option for you.
Yeah. I have a lot to say.
You have a lot to say.
Yeah.
Can you think of any negative consequences about that?
Well, I don't know. Can you think of any?
The only thing I can think of is that we would just want to make sure and check with your teacher that she was okay with you writing down consequences.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I want to make sure she's reading them.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, based on all these consequences that we talked about, what do you think would be the best option for you?
Well, I really liked your journal idea. I think that would be good. And I also like the idea of getting stickers, so...
Okay. So maybe if
I don't want to move my desk.
Don't want to move your desk.
No.
So maybe if we... I know you said that there's a sign in your class that helps you, that talks about the importance of raising your hand, but it's kind of hard for you to see.
Uh-huh.
What if we got something for your desk? So it was right on your desk and always reminded you.
Oh.
Would that be helpful?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like with my journal?
Yeah. So we could talk to your teacher about the journal.
Okay.
And make something for your desk about reminding you to raise your hand, so it was always there for you to see.
Okay, yeah.
And then that way you would remember to raise your hand. Does this sound good?
Yeah, I could put my stickers in my journal.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I will talk to your teacher about what we've talked about today with these different ideas and see how she feels about them. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we will meet next week and talk about how things are going.
That sounds good.
Awesome.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Eli.